Wait. Are you telling me that you can host your mortgage on Algorand? We are going to look at that today. Plus, TinyMan announces a huge staking reward campaign. We will dive into that. Parawallet and Coinbase teaming up. That was almost our main news item. And AlgoSurf adding a ton of new features. Plus, ASA Stats adds Alpha Arcade support. And we're going to look at my own bet on Alpha Arcade and how that's going to demonstrate the feature. All that on today's Frugal BC. By the way, if you like this stuff, please hit that like and subscribe button. Now remember, you don't have to smash it. You can actually just press it gently and it works just fine that way too. We got channel membership starting at only $1, so check that out in the community tab. And we are brought to you by non-fungible domains. Guys, if you want the .algo address just like me, this is the easiest way to do it. It's affordable and it makes doing everything in Algorand so much easier when you get, let me tell you, I'm not gonna remember all those letters and numbers. Let's face it. This just makes it so much easier, and they got vault segments, all kinds of great features, so check them out in the link below. And we are brought to you by Marcus Aurelius, an NFT and meme coin project on the Algorand blockchain. They got some really cool stuff cooking up, I'm going to tell you. Some stuff that's going to come out pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. They're trying to spread the message of stoicism, which I really appreciate, something I've found really useful in my own life. But they got all kinds of cool stuff coming, so check them out. They got the little stoic army on Telegram. Check that out in the link below. Thanks to both of our sponsors, but let's get to today's show. So first off, TinyMan announces a huge staking reward campaign. Now, I'm personally excited by this because frankly my TinyMan project has not gone as great as it was going, and so my experiment, I guess I could say. So I'm very excited about this. Let's take a look. All right, this is right friend TinyMan says, Algo holders, this one is for you. We're about to drop a game-changing staking campaign on TinyMan. Bigger rewards, better yields, and more reason to stake. Stay sharp, details coming soon. Well, I'm really looking forward to this. It's staking Algo, not Tiny. People seem pretty happy about this. I don't see any hints about details other than it will involve Algo. I assume it's going to mean staking Algo to get LST. I'm very hopeful for this because frankly, I've been pretty disappointed by what LPs have become on TinyMan. They used to be really lucrative for me. I was probably making enough to pay my mortgage basically. And then once they switched over, the whole staking rewards thing went live. It frankly became less lucrative. I went from getting like between 5, 10, sometimes 10. When Algorand was pumping, I was getting as much as 10, 12, even I think once I got 14 something, almost $15 per day. Now it's been more like, it was about $5, $6. And with the prices going down of Tiny and others, it's down to like $2 or $3. I made a detailed video for channel members at the $3.99 tier, so you can check that out. But I'll probably do a update for everybody on that maybe this week or next week, one of the two, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, this is good. I hope this kind of changed things around, because right now I haven't been very happy about the yields, and I do like TinyMan. I think they have a good structure. I think it's they've been around for a while in terms of Algorand stuff. One of the earlier ones, and I've been using it pretty much since day one, so good to see that. I hope that comes around. And also, Parawallet and Coinbase are teaming up. You will be able to buy through Coinbase, but right on your Parawallet. This is right from Para.algo themselves. Awesome news for you. We've teamed up with Coinbase and RealMeld to enhance our on-ramp services. If you're an existing Coinbase customer, no need to do further KYC. So do it once through Coinbase and then you got it on here. I said it's a game changer. Algo X Para is a dynamic duo, said David. I will like that. Does this work in the USA yet? No, not yet. Well, that's why I couldn't find it. Okay, because I was kind of wondering. I do think this is a really great thing. Too bad for us folks in the US, we can't access it, but for all our fans in Europe and other parts of the world, you might have this now, so check that out. I saw something where they talked about it. I guess I can't find that now, but apparently there's like a buy button and you go right through the buy button, so not here yet, but very cool partnership, and that'll just make it a lot easier to do. Let's be honest, it's gonna be easier if you can just do it right from your Para wallet. You know, I did some moving around last weekend, and you know, it's not too bad, and it does happen quick, except for the part where it gets to your bank account. That takes a little longer, but yeah, no, this worked. This will work pretty well, so happy to see that. And I don't know if you guys have heard of AlgoSurf, but it's a nice alternative to Allo to learn things about the blockchain on Algorand. They've added a bunch of new features, so why don't we dive into this quick little update. AlgoSurf themselves says, Algo.surf, new features, accounts, blocks produced, rewards, suspensions, average blocks per day, etc. Apps, new feature, program word clouds, program hashes, reorganized views, and app escrow, lookup for localnet, and more. And then they kind of go through and talk about some of this stuff. Participating accounts will now display a validator data tab, which will include blocks produced, rewards, suspensions. Yeah, so it just kind of goes through all this stuff. Apps overhaul, the new states program schema was spread out all over the place. They have now been tidied up under tabs in the application state section. Some of this stuff can be still a little confusing to read, but this is kind of cool. Program word clouds, display all human readable words in an app program. That's kind of cool because like if you have a lot of this stuff, it's in there somewhere, but you really have to hunt for it. Oh, this is kind of neat. App escrow lookup support for localnet. The first 100,000 application escrow accounts will now resolve properly back to their application IDs. A small QL improvement for localnet development. So a lot of just, even block suspensions, frozen balances, a lot of stuff that you can dig up through there. He says great updates, D13. I guess he must work for that. Must be on that. Isn't D13 a foundation member, I guess? Core engineering lead, actually. That's the alter ego. So, and then I know you guys are probably familiar with Alpha Arcade. If you're not, it's a prediction market built on the Algorand blockchain. And they got a lot of stuff on there now, including stuff for March Madness. I usually don't pay much attention to basketball until March Madness, and then I watch probably too much of it. But you can actually make bets on Alpha Arcade, and it will show up in ASA because that's a new feature that ASA added. So let's, why don't we dive into this, because I shared my own screen here. And what you do, you'll see all your stuff is listed here. And if you click on USDC, the Alpha Arcade market is right here. So I did a little experiment. This might look kind of funny. It's at 5 cents. I bought Alabama to win, which is kind of a long shot, but it should pay off pretty well if they win. And they did. They're doing pretty well so far. I bought it for 6 cents. It's currently valued at 5 cents, which I think is odd because they made it through along with it. Well, I guess a lot of the top contenders did. Not a lot of big surprises, I think, in the final four or the most recent round. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I just wanted, honestly, I found Alpha Arcade like really confusing. I didn't 100% know what I was doing at any given point, and apparently I placed a bet for 6 cents. I was a little worried that there was a part where you could say how much you wanted to, like how many shares you wanted to buy, but then suddenly that was gone. I don't really know what happened. It was a really strange UI, but probably that mixed with me not being all that familiar with prediction markets. Like I'm no expert in those. Probably were a little confusing. But anyway, yeah, so they have this feature where you'll be able to track it, and then you'll actually be able to make a CSV file and have it be in the CSV file too. So that's pretty cool. Okay, last but not least, Jerry Chu from Lofty, who, the same team behind Lofty is also behind Alpha Arcade. They announced that they're going to be doing mortgages on chain. Now it started with a comment to another post, and then he decided to make a separate post where he kind of lays this out. So let's dig in. We'll see how much we get through because it's kind of long, but I think this is really interesting. I guess the whole rebuilding mortgages on chain piqued a lot of people's interest. So here's some more details on how it'll function. We don't create or sell derivatives on Lofty. Tokens are actual ownership in the underlying property just through an LLC. By the way, that makes it like the tax part of this is like insane. Token holders are legal owners of the real estate and have full management control over them in the same way that people who own properties under an LLC or trust do. Since by law, whoever owns the tokens owns the LLC, which holds the deed to the property, so the legal rights and possession is already well established and recognized. I think a lot of people don't understand this. And by the way, I'm trying to untangle my Lofty stuff, and it's a real pain to get out of and exit. Exitability is one key that I judge projects on. A lot of people don't think about that, but you got to think like how easy is it to get out of this? And actually it's really hard. Trying to sell these properties I've sold a few. They still don't have, unless they changed it really recently, you still aren't able to do the automatic market maker version with an outside wallet, which is what most of my properties are on because I was in on this pretty early and now I can't get rid of it. That's fairly frustrating. Yeah, so taking a brief side here, one of the main reasons we built Lofty on the blockchain prior to even having smart contracts was because we knew that we could only build certain new financial instruments in the future. This was done on chain. The main benefit is allowing us to hybridize the legal, regulatory framework and the economic effects of different instruments together. And let's remember that Meet Kevin had called this like a scam basically and said it was against the law. And I still have yet to see anyone take action against Lofty. I mean, as far as I know, it's set up just like a shared ownership would be, as they explained. It's just tokenized on the blockchain is the only difference. loans. The loans are made against the tokens, which already establish ownership rights and practical economic effects are identical to a traditional mortgage, including payment term, frequency, etc. But since the loans are made against the tokens, from a regulatory perspective, they are personal property loans. This means none of the existing mortgage rules and regulations would apply here. That's interesting. Then the liquidation component functions more like a margin loan from your stock brokerage, which means liquidations are instant, automatic, and completely hassle-free. That sounds a little scary, doesn't it? Funds will go directly back to the lender, ready for them to use on the next loan, and mathematically ensuring they won't have to suffer any default loss. Yeah, that actually scares. If it works like in a margin loan, that scares me a little bit, actually. And now you have a new instrument that grants the borrower the practical effects and benefits of a mortgage, but is not regulated like a mortgage, gives the lender virtually 0% default loss without any of the time and legal fees associated with traditional mortgage default scenarios. So good for the lender, not so great for the person. This is the point of rebuilding traditional financial instruments on chain from the ground up using first principles thinking. Well, I mean, I don't know if I like that, because I think I want like an option to, that seems to give the lender like too much power, don't you think? I mean, what happens if you're getting screwed over and do you have recourse to fight against this? I worry about this. You can make something objectively better than before thanks to the upgraded rails, and TradFi can't compete with this because traditional real estate simply can't operate the same way as tokenized real estate. There's a possible future where, regardless of the market rates, you'll always be able to get the best terms on Lofty than you get anywhere else. So you probably will get better terms because it's more easily callable, but also that doesn't put protections into place for the mortgage holder, or the mortgagee, I guess. You'd be the mortgagee, right? Yeah. Of course, this is all easier said than done. That's why you can expect to see fewer smaller feature updates on Lofty in 2025, as our entire team will be sprinting to release lending this year instead. Yeah, I really think first they got to get the automatic market maker thing working for everybody's wallets. That should be step one. That should have happened a long time ago. So that I don't like. I don't like hearing this. I think this is a cool new feature. I'm curious to see how it plays out. But in my opinion, and a lot of companies do this, they start pushing too far forward before they've really fixed their core product. And I think the core product isn't functioning yet the way it needs to be. I really think they got to get that fixed today. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I haven't seen anything. The last time I looked, that wasn't an option yet. So yeah, I guess I find that a little frustrating. I think you should focus on your core product first, and your core product isn't functioning to its full capacity. So fix that first. Anyway, that's my little rant, and that's all we got for this week. I hope you guys are doing well out there. It's nice to see the price of Algorand and everything else going up a little for a change. So that's nice, but hope everyone has a great day out there. I'm Frugal BC, and I will see you in the future.